Hi, this is Brian McHenry of McHenry Software. I'm going to do a quick overview of the new project protocol so you can see the minor changes that have been made in recent updates. Go to project, new project here, or also you can do it from graphics. We'll show you once we're in graphics. New project, put in a name. We'll call this just 2019 first project. And now the next thing, instead of choosing actual specifications for a vehicle, what we do is have you choose a model. Now you can choose from the standard models, or you can choose by deselecting that and go into models and find a model. If we don't have a model that you need for a case, you can go onto 3D CAD browser. If you find the model there, just send us a link to that and we'll modify it and get it working for you. Or of course you can also just download it, and there's instructions on our forum about how to modify 3D DXF files to be used with our software. Mainly it's separating the tires from the shell so that the tires can move independently. We'll just say we're first vehicle, we're going to do a Ford Explorer. We say OK, and it shows you the specifications. You can then go ahead and choose specs if you need to change it. If there is specs in there, of course if they're all 0 you definitely have to. But let's just put in Explorer. And we go and find the year of the Explorer we want. Let's just say it's a 2003 4x4. And we make sure that it's SUV. We'll say this is solid front and rear and all-wheel drive, etc. If you have a rollover, choose 3D model. If not, just choose vehicle type. Then also put in your occupant weight, cargo, and say OK. Next thing you would do is for vehicle 2, we'll go on vehicle 2 and just use a small vehicle. We'll just edit that later. So we go when we finish. It runs a quick simulation, and then you notice we don't have any graphics yet. So what you do is you click on the ground point cloud. So we thought we'd put that into the main graphics, so you're there already. And you can, from the ground point cloud, you can get a terrain from image, terrain from map, where it uses Google Maps. You can use from a DXF file, point cloud, or from a 3D model. We're going to go ahead from an image as in the other samples just to show you minor changes. We go and get the T intersection one. Set that. I normally set the bitmap size to the same size as the dimensions. It brings it in. Now we want to make sure we scale it, so we click on the picture over here, image. We say set size from points on image, and we click on 2 points. We know those to be approximately 22 feet. Scales that. Now we go to our overhead picture. Then we're going to go ahead and close that ground dialog. And down here we have for edit elevations. We're going to go ahead and do our elevations quickly like in the other demonstrations. So we draw points. We click on edit points, and we make this one -10 to put it down below the ground. Likewise on this one, -10. And we'll make this one -5 just so it has a slope. Obviously you would have measurements or a DXF from your scene. We go ahead and say make all triangles, and then we apply. Now if we go down to ground level, we'll see that we have a slope there. Now next thing we're going to do is we go back to overhead. And if we click on the vehicle, you see these dialog over here to the right comes up. You just click on the initial position, and it has toggles to show you movement dots. Take this and we move this one to here. Now we have obviously it's going to go back because you haven't run the simulation, but now when you run the simulation, we'll run it in 3D. First does the terrain, outputs it, then it runs a simulation. You'll notice the positions will change once the simulation results are displayed. See, there's the beginning part. Now we'll just go down to the ground level. Click so you lose that. And we'll rotate around so we get a view from over here. And we hit play. One other item to mention is how to do a new project from the graphics. Now, when you start from the grid, the graphics basically, let's go ahead and hit pause on this, basically only allows you to go back to MEdit. But what we want to show you is that there's two dialogues. One is to start up MEdit 3D, which starts in the traditional grid that most of you are familiar with. There's also a second one that starts up in the graphics. Now, when you start from this, the graphics direct, you notice on the right here we have the ability to do a new project, to back up the project, restore project, and open folder in Windows Explorer. So we would do this, we would hit here, click for new project, give it a new name, 2019 new project 2, and then it's the same steps that we just went through. But it's just to try to make sure you understood that there is an ability to do it, but you would have to start it up in 3D Graphics Direct instead of going to 3D Graphics from the grid. And that concludes our discussion of new project minor changes. Obviously, if you have any questions, problems, email us, let us know, McHenry at McHenry Software, and we can help you get most productive with the software. Thank you for your support at McHenry Software.